All right, class. Today we're going to talk about organizing files in Google Drive. So first of all, log into Google Drive. As you'll notice that I am logged into my Google Drive account. You can see your name or your profile picture in the upper right-hand corner. There's a settings bar here. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how what I recommend in terms of organizing files and viewing files and searching, all of that. This is the update of Google Drive for we're currently in September of 2017. So if you're watching this video later, Google Drive might look a little bit different, but it's always going to be changing to try to make it better, to try to make it easier. And so what you'll notice here, it may have changed since the last time you've seen it. There's usually going to be different options for viewing your files. You can either do a grid view. If you click on it, there's the grid view. And if you scroll down, it'll always put your folders at the top. It has a quick access for the most recent things that you've done at the top there. And if you scroll down, you'll see a snapshot of all the files that you have in there. I personally prefer to use list view. So if you're in grid view, if you put your mouse on that, it'll say list view, click on it. It will turn it all into list view. The reason I like it is because it puts everything, it allows you to see more files on the same page. And you'll notice that you can change to last modified. You can change it to view it by name. If you click on name, notice how it's name in ascending order. See how it's got the numbers and then C, E, P, S. It's going ascending from A to Z. And first for the folders, and then it goes for the files. And so if you want to change it to organize your files and folders by name or by last modified, this is the default mode. Click on last modified, and you'll notice that it's last modified from newest to oldest. See how that down arrow means it's from newest to oldest. And you'll see that there's the most recent things. I created an untitled spreadsheet on September 1st, and it's got all the things that you've done in chronological order from newest to oldest. You can also use these drives on the left. Notice that this is called My Drive right here. This is my massive drive, which got all my files in it. Then there's a team drive. You may or may not, depending on if you're in a part of a company or a group or a business, you may or may not have a team drive on your Google Drive, but I do happen to have that. You also have computers. If you've downloaded to computer, if you've downloaded your files or your folders to computers to update offline, that's what that's for. You've got shared with me. That's anything that other people have shared with you. That would be right there. You've got your recent folder right here. So if you click on that, that's a good one to have because it'll just put you the things that have most recently you've done. It puts it right in its own folder for you there. You've got also a Google Photos folder. I don't know if students have this or not. I think you probably do. I'm not going to talk about that, but that's a good idea for like backing up your photos. If you take a lot of pictures on your phone and you want to delete them off your phone to save some memory, that's a good thing to use, Google Photos. And then you could also star different things. Let me show you how you do that. Let's say that there's files that you use a lot and you want to make sure that you have them. If you click on it, you can add a star to it. Add star right here. Click up there and click add star. If I wanted, for instance, to add a star to that, and maybe I wanted to add a star to this, click add star. And you'll notice then when you go to your starred drive over here, that takes all the things that you've got stars in it, any of the important things that you've put, and it'll put them all in one folder for quick access. So those are what things that you will maybe want to know how to use Google Drive, how to sort through it. You could also search in your Google Drive. If you type in the name, if you can't remember what something was, if you type it in, it will search only your drive and everything that you've done that has that name in it. So Google Drive is a really powerful tool. And I'm going to show you today how you organize files very quickly and easily. So let's say that I've got a bunch of files. As you'll notice, I've done a bad job keeping things in order and naming things. So I've got lots of unassigned files in here. So what I might want to do is I might decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to make a English class folder. So if you go to My Drive, click New, and click Folder. Let's first name a folder. Let's say for ELA class. Click Create. Notice that that's a folder, so it will be at the top there. It's in alphabetical order. What I recommend you do is you open up this arrow. You show, you unnest all of those folders in your drive. You can see your ELA folder right there. Keep that in view. And now scroll down, click on one of your files, hold the control key down. The control key allows you to click on non-adjacent files. I would let go of the control key while you're scrolling down. Otherwise, it's going to potentially make zoom in or zoom out. So I clicked on a file. I'm holding the control key down again now. I clicked on another file. I'm not holding control key down. I'm scrolling down. I'm clicking on another file. I let go of the control key, scroll down, click on another file. Once you've got all your files that you want to move to, let's say, your ELA folder, click on one of them now and drag over, and notice that it's got that little number 5 next to the file that the files that I'm dragging over to the ELA. When I let go of it, all those files will be moved from the no folder. They're not assigned to a specific folder. They will automatically be moved into my ELA folder. Now, I don't want to do that because these aren't ELA assignments, but that's how you would do that. Let's say you've got a whole bunch of files all in a row that you want to move over. The way to do that is when you click one of them, then you hold the shift key down and you click another one down below it, and it will select all of the files between that. And again, now if you click on any one of them and drag it over, you'll see I'm moving 10 files over to the ELA folder. All right. So that's how you do that. And once you do that, then all those files will be inside your ELA folder. And one suggestion I will make is if you ever want to if you're creating a new file, a good way to do that is to open up the folder that you want to create it in and now click the new button, because then it will automatically go into that folder. All right. So take some time right now to organize your Google Drive, move things, create folders, think through what folder names you might want, and move them over so that your folder is nice and clean. One last thing I want to show you is how you can recolor folders. So you might decide that you notice how I don't use colors on my folders really that much at all. You might want to. So maybe you want your ELA folder, if you right click on it, you can change the color to it. I might want it to be a red folder, and that way I can just look by color for the red folder. Those are my ELA files. All right. So go ahead and take time right now to organize your Google Drive, set up folders. You might want to set up folders per class year. Notice how I've got 2016, 2017. That was last year. And then I just drag, if I was a student, that's how I would do it. And I would have a different folder for each class that I was in. And then I would drag all of the stuff to those folders, and I would create them in that folder whenever I was creating a new file in Google Classroom.